I played 100 Days of Stardew Valley, but only mining. Hello my friends, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Sapphire, and this is the movie compendium of my 4-part series. I do have a brand new 100 Days playthrough coming out hopefully very soon, so I thought in the meantime I will give you guys a compiled version of my series challenge. But first, let's go over the rules and goals super quickly. Reaching the bottom of the mines, unlocking Skull Cavern, maxing out the mining skill, finishing the museum, completing every pickaxe upgrade, and finishing the Monster Slayer goal. And like always, our challenge has a few rules. I cannot earn money through other tasks like farming or fishing. I can only profit through mining. I am able to farm or fish for food, bundles, etc. So, can I accomplish my goals before 100 days? Stay tuned to find out. Here is my 100 Days of Stardew Valley, but only mining. I woke up on spring year 1 and immediately struggled opening up the parsnip seed box that Lewis gives you. I planted those, met some villagers, bought all of these spring seeds required for the bundle, chopped some wood, made chests, and stood outside Sebastian's room for hours until he would finally come out.
Let me in! Let me in, please!
After day 1, I managed to meet every single villager in Stardew Valley except for Willy, of course. Planted my other crops and called it a night. On day 2, I started my morning with the Clint cutscene, which is never something you want to wake up to. I watered my crops and checked my mail for Willy's letter. I took a trip to the beach that day and obtained the old rod. I did some fishing at the beach, and I also got the fish required to complete the Willy quest line and earn myself 100 gold. Day 3 was a rainy day, and since the mines weren't open yet, I used the opportunity to clean up my farm some more and explore. I made my way over to the farm's quarry and actually found a lot of copper. With that, I was able to craft my very first furnace, so honestly, a really great start to the run already. I got exhausted at noon though, so I tucked in early. But hey, look at that! Level 1 mining, yes! Alright guys, we're on our way. Day 4 was more cleanup today. Admittedly, I really like the hilltop farm, although it can be very challenging to actually navigate. Today I spent my day doing more cleanup, exploring, and foraging. I also found my very first artifact. Woohoo! Look, I know it's only day 4, but I have such a good feeling about this challenge. You guys, day 5 was huge. First, my parsnips were ready, and I have my very first harvest. These would come very in handy for boosting my stamina in the mines. And speaking of that, today I would finally be able to explore the mines. Also today, the community center became available, so I could finally start working toward more bundles and unlocking Skull Cavern. After entering the mines, it was very apparent that inventory space was going to be an issue. I made a mental note to myself to work toward a backpack upgrade. At the end of the day, I reached level 10 of the mines and sold any extra gems that I found to finally start earning profit from my farm. On day 6, I made another chest to organize museum donations and bundle items. Next, mining. I got to level 19 before passing out and didn't find a single staircase. Yeah, I wasn't too happy about that one either. Day 7, I got Rasmodius's note, watered my crops, sold extra gems, and got everyone's favorite cutscene in the game. I also donated the very first bundle to work toward the vault. For those new to the game, the vault bundle is required to unlock Calico Desert where Skull Cavern is, so this is kind of the first step to actually achieving this goal. Then spent the rest of the day mining, reaching level 25. Day 8 was a big donation day. This marked my first trip to the Pelican Town Museum, and I finally donated my findings from the past few mining trips. I also started working on some other bundles and did more mining. I managed to go a whole 5 more floors down the mines to reach level 30, and I also found this really cool forest sword along the way, so that was pretty exciting. On day 9, I did more mining. I'm super close to the next backpack upgrade, so that was my motivation to start, in my opinion, the hardest part of the mines. Floor 30. You guys, I hate floor 30 so much. It's dark, It's damp, I can't see where I'm going, there's those stone golem monsters that pop out of the ground that take 5,000 hits to actually kill. It's horrible. I honestly hate this part of the mines so much, and so I was just trying to power through it and power through. At one point I panicked because I couldn't find a staircase, but we eventually made it to floor 40 with some energy to spare. On day 10, some pretty exciting stuff happened. I was first able to adopt my dog that I named Scooby. I also got my second parsnip harvest. Having reached level 40, I took a break from mining to spend the day foraging and looking for artifact spots. But I had really awful luck finding anything, so...
We back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging.
Day 11. I finally had enough to buy the pack upgrade, so after watering my crops, I made a beeline straight for Pierre's. I also donated some items for the bundles, and returned Robin's lost axe. I finished day 11 by farming for more copper to work toward the first pickaxe upgrade. Today I had somewhat extra luck, and with some money to spend, I did my first big geode haul at Clint's. With this being my first geode haul, I had a pretty sizable portion of new stuff to donate, so that was a pretty big help. I ended up passing out at floor 57, which was fine with me because... Day 13, that's right, first festival of Pelican Town, baby. Egg Festival, let's go! Bunny Day who? I'm looking at you, Animal Crossing, Mr. Zipper T Bunny. Yeah. Bunny Day can't hold a candle to the raw power of the Pelican Town egg hunt. Oh yeah, anyway. I ended my run with 12 eggs and actually came in first place. Take that, Abigail. On day 14, I donated more stuff to the museum and finally gave Clint my pickaxe for the first upgrade. I also finished off the spring crops bundle to unlock the boiler room. I realized here I could actually finish off only one more bundle in this room to get even closer to the vault. The next day, I woke up to find a note from my dad with 500 gold. Aw, thanks, Dad. Without my pickaxe, I spent most of the day foraging and artifact hunting. Also on day 15 marked the annual salmonberry harvest, so I decided to get some berries as another food source for the mines. On day 16, my pickaxe was ready, so I picked that up and headed straight for the mines to test out its new strength. At the end of day 16, I ended up reaching floor 65, so pretty good progress so far. On day 17, I decided to smelt the copper, silver, and gold that I needed to finish off the last bundle in the boiler room, and by doing this, I unlocked the vault finally. And as a reward for doing so, I actually purchased the first and cheapest option and got some cake as a reward. I also made it to floor 70, met Papyrus, and then made it an additional 10 floors. At the end of day 17, I got level 5 in mining and decided to choose the miner class. On day 18, yeah, I don't know what happened on day 18. In my notes for this 100 Days series, I have little notes written down to each day of what I did for the day, and for some reason, day 18 has question marks next to it, so I don't know why I wrote that down. I don't know what happened on that day and time when I was recording that, but I'm sure something happened, so we'll just go to day 19 instead. And can you guys guess what I did on day 19? That's right, more mining, of course. So yeah, on this day, we reached level 90, got the Obsidian's Edge, which was super great and helpful with this challenge. I was also working to get enough gold for the next pickaxe upgrade, and actually reached it based on overnight sales, so that was super exciting. On day 20, I donated new artifacts to the museum, cracked open some geodes, got my first iridium, and gave Clint my pickaxe again for another upgrade. After today, I am moneyless. Having no pickaxe with me, I didn't have a whole lot going on today, so I mostly spent my day artifact hunting, found nothing, then passed out. Today, my steel pickaxe was ready, so I jumped out of bed to head over to Clint's. Afterward, I went straight for the mines, and yeah, you guys know where this is going. I found an infested floor, and yeah, that happened. Reached level 100 and got my first star drop. I also got level 6 mining. On day 23, I decided to try and complete the boiler room in order to unlock the mine cars for fast traveling. So I set off to farm the lower levels of the mines to get the earth crystal and frozen tear. I actually found both items pretty quickly though, so I spent the rest of Tuesday journeying deeper into the mine and making it to level 110. I was kind of surprised. I only had 10 more levels to go, and I was almost done with the first season. Day 24 was the flower dance, so not a lot going on today. I donated the rest of my items to the last boiler room bundle and headed off to the dance. Got rejected and watched everyone dance instead. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, it was super fun. Day 25 and only a few more days left of spring. I finally crafted a glowstone ring because I was tired of seeing in darkness and headed to the mines once again. I really wanted to do more farming for gold and try and boost my funds a bit more. On day 26, something huge happened. I reached the bottom of the mines. You guys, this was so exciting to me because I could finally check off the very first of 6 goals for this challenge. Besides that, I farmed for more gold and headed to bed. The next day, I woke up to Demetrius knocking at my door. I picked mushrooms because this didn't really matter for this particular run, so I figured, hey, why not get some more food? Day 28, the last day of spring is finally here. I was honestly at this point getting a little worried I had gotten too far ahead of myself, but then realized I still needed a lot more gold to unlock Skull Cavern. Regardless, I spent my last day of spring cleaning up the farm and mostly working on the aesthetics of my farm, making it look prettier because right now it was not looking cute at all, so that was a priority just of mine, just to make the farm look a little nicer for myself. On day 1 of summer, I decided to continue last season's work and do more farm cleanup, mostly trying to get my furnace situation under control since there were a lot of furnaces on my farm, so I set off to Robin's to build a shed for all the furnaces. However, when I got to Robin's, there was a big blunder in my plan, the tree stump incident of 2022. I don't know why I thought building something would remove the tree stump, but it apparently does not. So, like any sane person, I decided to not build my shed today, upgrade the axe to remove said tree stump, and build my shed where I initially wanted it to go. You know, instead of just putting the shed somewhere else. That would obviously make too much sense. So, on the very next day, I took my axe straight to Clint's for an upgrade. I also looked for artifacts and actually found a super cucumber in the trash. Why would someone throw this away? On day 31, I did more artifact hunting. Although I found some repeat artifacts, I actually also found a new one, the strange doll. I also completed the monster slayer goal for the cave insects. On day 32, my axe was ready, so I could finally get rid of that pesky tree stump. On day 33, I went back to the mines to farm more gold. I also had my first death, which was very unfortunate and also pretty embarrassing, so awkward. But hey, I got level 8 mining. That's pretty cool. On day 34, the embarrassment just didn't stop. I had such a noob moment. I don't even know why I did this, but I had to restart the day, so let's start over with this. On day 34, I put all of my furnaces into my newly built shed and headed to the mines for more gold farming. On day 35, I had a little extra luck, and so with this, I decided to crack open more geodes for Gunther. I also got the Treasure Trove achievement, which meant I donated 40 different items to the museum, which was a super cool way to actually track my progress in this challenge so far, so that was really exciting for me. I also purchased yet another bundle for the vault room. Day 36, and back to the mines. Along the way, I also found a few new artifacts to donate. I also decided to check my Monster Slayer progress and realized I had a long way to go. Oh boy. I also tried to buy a new backpack upgrade and was 3,000 short, which was very rude of Pierre's. I'll be back for you. The next day, the spirits were very happy, so back to the mines we go. But first, a quick artifact check, which ended up being not so worth it. I also made it a personal goal of mine to try and unalive every slime that I see after realizing yesterday that I still needed to slay 900 more slimes before the end of 100 days. Oh boy, no pressure, right? Day 38, meanwhile, was pretty chill. I donated more artifacts to Gunther and sold my gold to Clint to earn the Cowpoker achievement. I finished day 38 off by killing more monsters and earning more gold. Today was the luau, so I last minute prepared a gold star cauliflower to hopefully satisfy the governor. And to my surprise, it actually did. Coming off the success from yesterday's luau, I went into day 40 very happy. I promptly gave my pickaxe to Clint for another upgrade, and went back to the mines for more monster slaying. Day 41 was a rainy day, and I actually was able to capture this really cool moment of lightning that gave me such a jump scare when I was actually filming this initially.
I could have been dead! I could have died! Keep it together, man!
But besides that, I decided to test fate a little bit more and head back to the mines to do more monster slaying. In the process, I also got the final dwarf scroll I needed to donate to the museum. Day 42, let's get this bread. On this day, my gold pickaxe was ready. I also happened to have the best luck, so I cracked open more geodes and gave any new findings to Gunther. On day 42, I also got the Squire's helmet, which was a super cool find. Day 43 was kind of uneventful. I finally went and splurged on the 10k vault bundle, and I also found the prehistoric vertebrae. On day 44, I had a little extra luck on my side, so I went back into the mines to grind out a few more gold and earn the rest of the money I would need for the final vault room bundle. By day's end, I had over 100 gold ore to smelt and got level 8 combat. Day 45 was a big smelting day. I was running low on coal, so I went back to the mines today to also grind out some more coal from the soot sprites. Sorry, little guys. Although I found no new artifacts today, I got more coal and iron at least. Day 46, only 10k more to finish the vault. And it was also a good luck day today. I started today by collecting all of my gold bars and dumping them straight into the shipping bin. I also headed out with my trusty hoe to dig up more artifact spots today, but yeah, I found nothing. I then decided to crack open some more geodes, and yeah, I already had those ones. Alrighty. I finished the day off by grinding for more coal and iron. On day 47, I was 5k away from my next goal. Though yesterday's good luck yielded few rewards, dear Yoba blessed me with a second chance. So, I popped my gold ores into the furnaces and set out on more artifact hunting. Yeah, this is already way better actually. While Clint yielded no new results, I was very happy to at least donate 2 new artifacts to Gunther's. Today was the day I needed to earn the rest of that 25k. Why? I don't know. I just want to go to the desert. I smelted some more gold ore and headed straight to Clint's to try to sell to him instead. As it turns out, those 12 bars was more than plenty to finish off the vault bundle. I ran out of Clint's disgusting, sweaty shop as fast as I humanly could and raced off for the community center. My second of 6 goals was in sight. I happily gave the Junimos those 25k for the vault bundle and happily walked out of there knowing tomorrow I'd be in Calico Desert having fun, finding coconuts, and finally exploring my favorite place in Stardew Valley, the Skull Cavern. Just one day before reaching the halfway point, I was already off for my very first Calico Desert visit. Although the spirits weren't in the best of moods, I certainly was. I didn't really have any expectations or goals for this run. I mostly wanted to use this very first visit just to explore the area, but before I could even set foot on that sweet desert sand, disaster struck. I didn't have enough money for a ticket to the desert.
How could I be so stupid?
I genuinely don't know how I managed to do this, but that was so embarrassing. But it's okay, I had enough bars left over to sell to Clint, so we're off now. Upon arrival, I found a really cool golden relic artifact and then dared to unlock the Skull Cavern door for the very first time. Unfortunately, that was pretty short-lived. I only got to floor 7 before encountering my very first serpent horde, which was not a good sign, so I took no chances that day and booked it the hell out of there ASAP. Although I didn't get too far today, I was very happy with my gem and Omnigeode collection. I had an overall good first experience, but I'd have to do a lot more prep work before my very first big run. Day 50 and officially the halfway point of this challenge. I think it was finally setting in that I really have to work a lot harder to actually achieve my goals. So I headed back to the mines as per usual to farm more gold to craft mega bombs, my main tool for Skull Cavern. Any extra money earned would go toward buying food, and I actually ended up with a pretty good haul of gold, gems, and artifacts today. Today was a pretty decent good luck day, so I decided to focus on more artifact hunting with some of the geodes I found from Skull Cavern. I had a pretty decent haul to actually donate to Gunther today. And after spending my life savings in salads and placing a skeleton friend at the saloon, I headed back to Skull Cavern. Oh. I did it again, you guys. I mean, what I meant to say was, I headed to the regular mines to farm more gold to sell instead. How fun. Totally. So much more fun than Skull Cavern ever would have been. On day 52, the spirits were in pretty decent luck today, so I decided to head back into Skull Cavern today. My goal would be to reach level 25 and make Mr. Key proud. I feel like I haven't talked about why I wanted to do a challenge like this in the first place, but it's really quite simple. I just love Skull Cavern. I don't know why, I find so much joy coming to a place that is full of monsters like this. I just love that element of surprise where each floor is different, you never know what you're gonna get. It's kind of like opening Pokemon cards, which I also really enjoy, where it's like, you may have some bad pulls, you're gonna have some bad Skull Cavern runs, but when you have that sweet, sweet serotonin boost of finding just amazing loot, it is so well worth it. Does that make sense? I know I sound kind of weird right now, I just love Skull Cavern so much. Anyway, this is my TED Talk, thank you for listening. At the end of today, I also got to level 10 mining, so that was super exciting. Consider goal 3 accomplished. On day 53, I got my hearty 10k from Mr. Key. Thank you so much, good sir. This would definitely go toward more saloon salads. Besides that, I spent a lot of today actually just going through inventory since I had a lot of stuff to sort through. It was very overwhelming. I did some more smelting, sold extra items, and then I headed to the mines to work toward my Monster Slayer goal. After today, I actually finished the Dougie Slayer goal. Sorry, little hot dog man. The next day, I decided to keep the ball rolling and work on more of my goals. I thought I had enough money for the last upgrade, but I apparently do not, which comes to no one's surprise. I am horrible with money management. So instead, I spent the rest of my day just grinding out more gold, smelting more ore, to hopefully upgrade the pickaxe soon. Day 55, I needed more money. With good luck on my side, I went back to Skull Cavern, hoping to score big with Iridium today. I didn't make it too far down to Skull Cavern today, but I had a pretty good run in terms of getting iron and gold. I also found my very first Pepper Rex, and even though I was really hoping for a dinosaur egg, I got a tibia, so hey, I can't complain about that. Other stuff worth noting, I also found a really cool treasure floor, which are pretty rare, and got a blue cowboy hat, so hey, that's pretty cool. Day 56, the last day of summer. Oh my gosh, this season flew by way too quickly, and so eventful too. To start, I headed off to smelt the few iridium ore that I got from Skull Cavern yesterday, and organize all my new inventory. I knew if I really wanted to have a true Skull Cavern run, I'd have to do a lot more prep work than I have been doing. So to end the season, I went back to the normal mines to do a little more coal and iron farming. I also focused time to kill more dust sprites. I am so sorry in advance, I love these guys so much, they are so freaking cute, but I have to do it for the Monster Slayer goal unfortunately, so it had to have been done. Sorry little guys. I ended my last day of summer watching the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, one of my absolute favorite events in Stardew Valley. Day 57, officially the start of fall, and the best season of Stardew Valley. I started out by heading to Pierre's to finally get my backpack upgrade and unlock the third row of slots. Since I was doing a lot more Skull Cavern mining, this was very important to me. And speaking of Skull Cavern, yes, we are already back in the mines. As always, I mean, this is a mining challenge, so yeah, you can expect a lot of Skull Cavern this season. I was very focused on finding two important items in Skull Cavern, the highly elusive prismatic shard and the dinosaur egg. In this challenge, those would probably be the two hardest items to actually get, both with very low drop rates, so I took no mercy on the Pepper Rexes and slayed every single one that I saw to hopefully get the dinosaur egg. Because I just knew it was impossible, and with Pepper Rexes, I think it's like a 10% drop rate versus the mountain artifact spot drop rate, so with better odds, I was very hopeful. And despite seeing 4 Pepper Rexes during that Skull Cavern run, I left Calico Desert empty-handed. On day 58, I took note of my progress during this challenge so far, and I honestly thought I was making pretty good progress with the artifacts and minerals. However, when I got to the Adventurers Guild, I found a big mistake in my plan. So, as previously stated, one of my main goals is to finish the Monster Slayer goal. However, apparently that also includes the Magma Sprites, a monster found on Ginger Island, and if you are familiar at all with Stardew Valley, you would know to unlock Ginger Island, you need to finish every single bundle in the community center. So yeah, small caveat to this obviously, I would technically not be finishing the entire list of monsters, however, my new goal is to finish off everything except for the Magma Sprite. Anyway, Overnight, I got the owl statue, so that was pretty cool. And today, the spirits were very happy, so I trekked back to Skull Cavern for you know what? More mining. Oh, also, I left my mic on for this run, so enjoy all of my unhinged comments because boy are they hilarious. Let's go. Better run. Better run. Better run, better run, better run. I need a better Skull Cavern run. Yes, I know I should probably be doing more fishing and artifact hunting, but I just can't help myself, you guys. It is so fun to do Skull Cavern. I just need one! One! Give me one! Oh! Yes! Yes, my friends, I finally got my first dinosaur egg. I am so sorry to all of them who were unfortunately slain during this run. So, 1 like equals 1 prayer. This was by far the best run I've ever had in Skull Cavern. Besides the dinosaur egg, I got not 1, not 2, but 3 prismatic shards, meaning I could donate 1 to Gunther's, keep 1, and sacrifice 1 to get the Galaxy Sword, the strongest sword in the game. Yeah, today was a pretty good day. On day 60, I organized loot from the previous Skull Cavern run and made a chest for all of my Skull Cavern supplies. This would include bombs, food, all that good stuff. I also smelted bars and sold extra gems, and took a trip to the desert to get the Galaxy Sword. With my newfound power, I did some monster hunting, primarily focusing on slimes and soot sprites. After today, I ended up earning over 30k plus gold, making that my single biggest money earning day in the run so far. So that felt pretty good. With extra money in my pockets, I headed straight to Clint's for a few tasks. First, with my good luck, I decided to start trading Omni Geodes for artifact troves and crack those open ASAP. And second, to do the last and final pickaxe upgrade. With this goal being crossed off, all that was left was to finish the museum and monster hunting. This shouldn't be too hard, right? The following day, I got this Gunther cutscene, so that was cool. With no pickaxe today, I did some more monster hunting, focusing on void spirits and rock crabs. On day 63, my pickaxe was ready, meaning I could finally do more mining. I was getting pretty nervous about needing so many artifacts still, so the main goal today was to farm more Omni Geodes. A big part of my plan for this was the Carbon Ghost, which has a nearly 100% drop rate for Omni Geodes. So, you guys know what this means. Skull Cavern baby, let's go! I ended my run with a decent haul of 11 new geodes, but the grind will not stop. On day 64, I started today with daily chores and artifact hunting. I also found Linus's basket because I'm not a monster. Here you go, buddy. I love you, Linus. My goal today was doing more monster slaying, and after checking the Monster Slayer progress board, I only had a few more void spirits to go, so that was the focus today. Woohoo! On day 9 of fall, or day 65 of this challenge, I decided to head back to Skull Cavern despite the bad luck. And oh my gosh, what even happened during this run? Because I had so much luck during this Skull Cavern run despite the bad luck. Yeah, I'm also confused too. Today, I spent my morning organizing a chest of items to put on my Grange Fair display, since that was next week. Besides that, I spent the rest of today just grinding out slimes and crabs, and actually finding an infested floor, so that was pretty easy grinding. Sorry, little guys. By the end of today, I got level 10 combat and picked the brute profession. The next day, the spirits were once again annoyed, so I went back to Skull Cavern to focus on more monster slaying for those monsters. It was overall a pretty boring day, except for this really embarrassing moment when I blew up an artifact spot. I really can't sometimes, honestly, you guys. Day 68 for luck was even worse than the day before. Man, I just really hate this challenge sometimes. Like yesterday, day 68 was also pretty boring, honestly. Nothing really of note happened today, just the usual monster slaying, artifact hunting, finding nothing. You know how it goes. Alright, today will be the day. Oh, well, never mind. Today shall be for the skeletons and the soot sprites. Saturday is for the boys? I'm sorry, Saturday is for Farmer Sapphire unaliving every skeleton in the cave today. Alright, day 70. Finally a good luck day. Let's get crackin'. Although I think it's worth noting at this point, a bit of an elephant in the room. I got a comment from a very nice user who told me this. FYI, luck does not affect geodes. It's based on your game seed. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? Guys, I had no idea. This whole time, 3 months in and I had no idea. Yeah. Unfortunately, as I'm editing this, I'm currently playing through winter right now, so I did eventually change my geode opening habits at that time, but for the rest of this month and partially into winter, I had no idea, so yeah. Anyway, day 71 was yet another good luck day, so I headed back to Skull Cavern for more Omni Geode hunting. I actually had pretty decent luck today finding floors that had mummies and carbon ghosts, and I also found a treasure floor with an auto petter, so I left that behind. And just before 2 a.m. struck, I finished the Monster Slayer goal for the crabs. Perfect timing. Day 72, the Stardew Valley Fair was today, and I displayed my Grange box in a beautiful rainbow color and got 3rd place? Excuse me, Lewis? Excuse me? Yeah, you see that shiny rainbow shard in the middle there? Yeah, that's a prismatic shard. They're pretty rare, so, ever heard of her? I mean the nerve. After yesterday's embarrassing defeat at the Stardew Valley Fair, I went into day 73 with more Omni Geode farming. I also worked on my Monster Slayer goals for serpents, mummies, and pepperexes. I also finished the goal for mummies and got 28 more Omni Geodes. By day's end, I got 3 new shards, 143 iridium ore, and made it to floor 103 in the mines, which I believe is my all-time record for this run so far. My good fortune with yesterday's run was rewarded with extra luck the next day. I also had an anchor and gold mask that I found from previous artifact spots before heading to Clint's. And I am so sorry, you guys, I forgot to record this part, but it's okay. I only got 2 new artifacts, the rusty sword and prehistoric tool. Day 75, and officially 3/4 of the way through my 100 days challenge, I decided to play a bit more casually today and do some passive artifact hunting and slime hunting. With only 2 goals left, I kind of realized how monotonous days were becoming. But pushing that aside, I headed back to Skull Cavern for more Omni Geode farming. With extra luck, I even ended up finding a few artifacts near the bus stop, but I already had those donated. Besides that, it was a pretty normal day. I guess the only thing worth noting was finding a really cool treasure chest floor. The next day, I intended to return to Skull Cavern, except getting a much later start. I first wanted to stop by Clint's and also get more food from the saloon. I also wanted to check my monster hunting progress by the guild before realizing I couldn't even afford a ticket to the desert, so. Before heading out to Skull Cavern, I made a few more furnaces, then mining time. I had a really solid run today with lots of Omni Geodes and a Pepperex floor. The next day, meanwhile, was a very chill, rainy day. I spent the morning organizing inventory, smelting more iridium, and repairing broken fences. I bought more pizza, then tucked in early. On day 80, I earned the Homesteader achievement, which meant I had made $250K on the farm. Even though this challenge wasn't about making money, it was still really cool to see how much I had made from just mining. Also today, I cracked open more geodes. I decided to focus on only cracking Omni Geodes versus artifact troves to try and buff out the mineral catalog. And you guys, I honestly thought I found a ton of new stuff to donate and I was so pumped. I was stoked. But then I got to the museum and I only had 2 new things to donate. Oh boy. I spent the rest of day 80 doing more artifact hunting and fishing for the hopes of getting rare chests with artifacts in them. But that method ended up not being very useful to me. On day 81, the spirits were at maximum happiness, so I started off by checking out the usual artifact spots. I actually found a new artifact in Calico Desert and I couldn't be more happy about that. I ended my day back in Skull Cavern doing more geode farming. Day 82, meanwhile, was a pretty bad luck day, so I stowed away all of my artifacts and geodes in favor of dust sprite farming today. Day 83 marked the Spirits Eat Festival. With more bad luck, I decided to have another go in the Pelican Town mines to do more monster hunting. I ended up finding an infested floor, so I pretty much spent the day farming that until the festival started. I finished the maze and got the golden pumpkin. Day 84, the last day of fall was upon us, and a rainy one at that. With luck at maximum, I opened the rest of my geodes and checked all artifact spots for anything new. Despite not having much artifact spot luck, cracking geodes went great. I donated a bunch of new stuff to the museum and ended my last day of fall definitely on a really good note. The first day of winter, and officially only 2 goals to go. It's the final countdown. Even though I only had 2 goals to go, these were probably the hardest goals in the entire challenge so far. Although monster hunting would require a lot of grinding, trying to get every single artifact and mineral relied more on RNG and just sheer plain luck. I also want to tell you guys here that even though this is a 100 days series, I am playing to the end of winter. Trust me, I am going to need all the time that I can get to find all these artifacts and minerals in this entire season. To kick off winter, I smelted some ore as profit to buy bombs from the dwarf directly, and headed to the mines to focus on slime and dust sprite slaying. On day 86, I had a little extra luck, so I bought a bunch of bombs from the dwarf and headed to Skull Cavern. Today, I would focus a little less on floor hopping and more on slaying monsters and collecting Omni Geodes to trade for artifact troves. I ended my run with 36 new Omni Geodes. The next day, I decided to crack open a few of the Omni Geodes that I found from the previous day. And you guys, I found 4 new minerals.
Yeah, I sure hope it does.
After I returned to Skull Cavern, found 2 treasure floors, and got a few more Omni Geodes. 2 artifacts that I still needed, the Nautilus and Amphibian fossils, have a 3% chance from treasure chests. So today, I decided to stop by Willie's shop. Along the way, I also found a chipped amphora, and I was so excited about that. After selling some stuff to Clint, I spent today fishing for treasure chests, and I kinda messed up here, and I should have done more fishing in this challenge. See, there's an item called the Treasure Hunter Bobber, and it increases your chance of finding chests from 15 to 20%. The thing is, you can't actually buy the bobber from Willie's shop until level 7 fishing. I debated whether or not to grind out my fishing skill to level 7, but at this point in my challenge, I decided to focus on other things. The next 2 days were focused on a lot of monster slaying. On day 89, I finished up the monster slaying goal for serpents, and on day 90, I found an infested floor and pretty much spent the day focusing on slime and soot sprite slaying. Alright y'all, best luck day. Let's get this! No, get out of here Pierre, you're killing the vibe. Anyways, today, more artifact hunting, cracking open geodes, and fishing for chests on the agenda today. I ended up donating 4 new things, so I was really stoked about that. I decided to buy the fiberglass rod and a bunch of bait from Willie's shop, thinking that if I could hook more fish, the chance for chests would also increase. I ended up getting a few repeat artifacts, which I guess was a good sign, but nothing new unfortunately. Although today was the Festival of Ice, I thought it would be a better idea to continue working on my goals with the time that I had left. So, with bad luck today, I journeyed back to Skull Cavern to work on more monster slaying and geode farming. The remaining artifacts I needed for the museum unfortunately could only come from artifact spots or treasure chests, so the rest of my geodes would be trying to get 2 minerals, the Ghost Crystal and Dolomite. Although I had so few things to actually get, a lot of the run now would come down to pure luck. The next day, the spirits were once again not in the best of spirits, which was really not great. I pondered my next move. I could focus on more geodes today, or try fishing again. Ultimately, I decided to do a quick check for artifact spots before heading to the mines once again. And I actually found something, you guys!
Hey everybody, I found one! The government actually found someone we're looking for! Yeah, baby, yeah!
I also managed to finish up my Monster Slayer goal for Pepper Rex. Only slimes and dust sprites to go now. With neutral luck and growing impatience, I scarfed down a spicy eel and tried cracking open more geodes. I ended up getting the ghost crystal I needed, which meant only dolomite was left. I spent the rest of the day fishing to try and boost my level to 7 to buy the treasure bobber. I ended up doing a lot of fishing today, and y'all, oh my gosh! How did I get so lucky? Oh, I am so stoked right now, oh my goodness. The next day, I was hoping to keep this momentum going with the good luck. I did my usual artifact spot rounds before heading to the Cindersap Forest and the beach for fishing once again. I didn't really have too much good luck except... of course this would happen to me. On day 96, I decided to take a break from fishing and go back to my roots, the mines. I still had some unfinished business with the slimes, so I spent the day doing monster hunting. I was blessed with an infested floor, so you guys know I spent the entire day repeating the same level for slimes. And after many slimes later, I am proud to report that I finally finished the slime hunter slaying goal. Now we only have soot sprites to go. The next day I had neutral luck, so I returned to Skull Cavern to do more geode farming. I finished that day with 27, so I'm hoping that was enough to obtain the dolomite. The next day, I decided to finally crack open more geodes with Clint. After walking up to his shop, handing him over all those geodes, and seeing him crack open each one after the other, I didn't get it. But that's okay, guys. I am not giving up hope. Despite this morning's defeat, I decided to put fate into my own hands and control my challenge, monster hunting. So, I set off to finish the final Slayer goal, the Soot Sprites. Day 99, and only a few more days to go to get 1 mineral and 3 artifacts. The pressure is mounting now, but I pressed on to do my best. Today was very boring, nothing really happened. I didn't find anything from artifact hunting or fishing, so we move on to Day 100, and technically 12 days left of winter. With the best possible luck, I set out on more artifact hunting, but no luck. I decided to just keep on fishing to get level 7 and buy the treasure bobber. And around 3 p.m. I actually hit level 7. So I rushed over to Willie's shop to buy the bobber and an iridium rod. At day 101, I really needed to reevaluate some things. At this point in my challenge, I only needed 3 more artifacts: the prehistoric skull, skeletal hands, and nautilus fossil. At this rate though, these items are found for the most part only via artifact spots, aka RNG. However, you may notice that both the skull and hand have a 1.3% drop rate from haunted skulls, a monster found in the quarry mines. At this point, you're all thinking, Sapphire, you haven't unlocked the quarry mines yet. And yes, I know that. A few of you guys might know where I'm going with this, but if you don't, allow me to introduce to you the chair hopping glitch. I know, many of you might see this as cheating, but honestly, at this point, this is my challenge and I want to actually do well in my goals. And I think a glitch like this is totally fair game. Alright, let me show you how it works. You know how some people access the secret woods a little bit earlier with the help of a chair? I'm going to do this, but with the mines instead. Essentially, if you place the chair to the left of the minecarts, you're able to clip out of bounds and essentially walk through walls with this glitch. Again, this is the only glitch I'm actually going to be utilizing in this game. I still have to actually get the items myself. I have to still farm and spend the time to actually hopefully get the items, but this at least gives me a chance to actually farm haunted skulls for these 2 artifacts. The next day, I sorted through my inventory and smelted more bars to earn extra money. I then did my usual artifact rounds, bought extra bobbers from Willie's shop, and headed to the quarry for more haunted skull farming. Unfortunately, I did not get a single thing today. On day 103, I did more artifact hunting and haunted skull farming. I also needed the 1 mineral, the dolomite, so I decided to focus on magma geode farming instead of omni geodes, since dolomite had a 1 in 36 chance of appearing. I ended up getting 16 new magma geodes, so not too shabby. The end of my series was very quickly becoming a daily routine. I checked for artifacts, slayed the haunted skulls, and got the hand? Oh my gosh! After happily handing over Gunther my latest artifact find, I also cracked open my new geodes for the hopes of dolomite showing up. But sadly, it did not shine. I ended my day with more fishing in hopes of getting the nautilus shell artifact from a chest, but no luck there as well. Day 105, and officially 1 week until the end of my challenge. I started out by slaying the haunted skulls and getting not just 1, but 2 ruby rings? Are you freaking kidding me? What are even the odds of this happening? Really? After no luck artifact hunting, I went back to the mines to farm more magma geodes. On day 106, I did my usual artifact hunting and haunted skull slaying before heading to Clint's. Today was an extra good luck day, so I was really hoping for the best here. And then, after all my days, grinding finally paid off. I got the skeleton shirt. Wait, what? A 0.22% drop rate? Really? Anyways, after that disappointment, I headed to Clint's, and again, no luck here. My last ditch resort was the beach for the nautilus fossil, and I saw those worms. This was it. It had to be the fossil. Nope. Never mind. Another day, another daily routine. But this time, yeah, nothing again. With little success with artifact spots and the quarry skulls, I headed to the mines to gather more magma geodes. Through sheer willpower, or desperation, I got 19 more to crack open. Day 108, and only 4 days left of my challenge. The pressure to collect every artifact was only getting more intense. After smelting some ore and scarping down a spicy eel, I headed back to the quarry mines for my daily haunted skull slaying. And then, this happened.
What?
I got it. I got the skull.
Good job, baby.
You guys, I legit almost cried. I could not believe how lucky I got with this, seriously. Perhaps this challenge actually was in reach after all. The next day was the Feast of the Winter Star, and although in previous seasons I did enjoy the town's festivals, with only 3 days left, I needed all the time that I had. With only 2 more artifacts to get, the Nautilus fossil and dolomite, I devised a new daily routine. My plan was to spend the mornings collecting magma geodes, cracking them open with Clint, and then fishing till I pass out. With today's festival, however, I couldn't do any ocean fishing or geode cracking, so I spent my day hunting geodes, ending my day with 16. On day 110, I promptly headed over to the beach to search for artifacts before Clint's opened, but then I had a brain blast. It was so obvious. You guys, the other side of the beach! This whole time, it was right in front of me. Upon realization of this, I raced back home to get the wood I would need to repair the bridge, my hopes of the Nautilus fossil increasing slightly. I bombed my farm to smithereens. Yes, my friends, we are truly in my chaos era. This is it. All that work, it would pay off.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Yeah, this did not feel great. After no luck at Clint's, I decided to buy a few more spicy eels and finish the day off by fishing. But then, a miracle happened.
No freaking, no. Oh my god. Okay. This is happening.
Yes, my friends, all that stood in the way of my challenge now was dolomite, and I was not about to let this stop me. Day 111. You guys know I sprinted to the mines today. I had no time to wait. After gathering 21 more magma geodes, I anxiously approached Clint's. I waited as each geode left me more and more disappointed. The clock ticked away. I only had a few more chances. And then...
Oh god, I'm gonna pass out. Okay, oh my god.
my goals were done. I finished it all. I proudly walked into Gunther's, happy to hand him the dolomite, finishing off the entire museum collection. Exhausted from my past week of Stardew Valley, I went to bed early that day. On my last day of Stardew Valley, I wanted to have a bit of fun with it. That's right, back to Skull Cavern for one final run. You guys, thank you all for watching so very much. This series has been a joy to film and honestly has been a huge passion project since early spring. I hope you all enjoyed this Stardew Valley 100 Days series, and again, my name is Sapphire. I post cozy game content on this channel weekly. I'd love to have you here. With that being said, I am signing off for now. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye, friends.